I've been having an interesting conversation with a dreamer who I've been messaging over social media, and I think that my disposition in conversation may have rattled them a little bit. And that's okay, because if we would have stayed in our comfort zones, we wouldn't really be learning or experiencing one another. See, we were filling each other out to see if it was possible to do the deeper work together. And so I wanted to let everybody know what to expect. What's it like when you encounter me and you're deciding whether or not you want to do dream work with me? First off, I'm always going to meet you where you are, and that's not always the prettiest thing because people are messy. I'll be 100% candid about my ability to understand what it is you're trying to express. All the while, I'll be moving in the energy of empathy and adopting the idea that whatever you're telling me, however you're thinking, or however you're experiencing your reality, is true and real and valid to you, and thus deserves grace and understanding. In the movie Pacific Rim, there's this commander that leads the Jaeger squad, and he's able to drift with any pilot regardless of his compatibility with them. When the younger pilots ask him how is it that he accomplishes it, he says it's because he doesn't bring anything with him into the drift. Now, I'm not saying that I'm some badass Jaeger commander that has everything figured out. Only that when I approach a conversation with someone new and I'm feeling them out, I try not to bring my own personal baggage into that conversation. It's like standing in an empty room and shouting at the top of your lungs. What can become really unsettling for people is when that sound echoes and you hear your own voice booming back at you. And with no one to target your frustration, you usually end up either wrestling yourself or smiling peacefully at what you find there. But don't misinterpret my openness and respect for your personal journey as indifference. I don't need to agree with everything that you've said in order to respect your personal experience. And more than that, I don't need you to acknowledge or respect my experience in order for me to get sleep at night. Whether you can acknowledge me as a human being having my own human experience is about where you're at. And no judgments, because it's okay for us both to exist within the same space and have different feelings and experiences. So, for my wonderful friend who might be trying to decide whether or not sitting with me is worth the trouble, well, is it? Are you looking for comfort or are you looking for growth? Can we learn from each other if we decide to share the shade of the same tree? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.